I am on Patreon, and Patreon is a platform where I will upload interesting videos where you can learn astrology. And this is an exclusive Patreon only membership videos where you will get some interesting takes on Vedic astrology, some interesting learning on Vedic astrology. Connect with me on Patreon, and we will grow. And I will give you much more deep insights on Vedic astrology, and lot more secrets will be shared there. Hello, seekers. Welcome to Puneet's Astrology, your one-stop astro channel. Another video, another a kind of a Jupiter movement that I want to talk in this video. Something very short, something which is unique, something which is different, but I thought that because of certain planetary configuration, it is needed to discuss. It's not going to be a long video, so stay tuned till the end so you get to know something unique about Jupiter movement which has recently happened. But before that, do not forget to subscribe to my channel and hit the bell icon so that you get notified. And you can also get all my notifications from all channels on a Telegram channel, which is a unique platform where you can connect with me from all platforms. For consultations, please drop me an email. The email ID is in the description box below. The consultation opens from January. You can drop me an email, and let's begin with this unique transit of Jupiter. This transit of Jupiter that I'm going to discuss in this video is right now happening. It has already happened, and this energy will continue till 2nd of January. So you can understand it's like 15-20 day of effect of this Jupiter, but something unique has happened, and this is the transit of Jupiter in the Dhanishta Nakshatra's 4th pada. What is unique about this transit? The Dhanishta Nakshatra 4th pada, which is in the sign of Aquarius, happens to be in Scorpio Navamsha. Now that is something unique. Because it is happening in the Scorpio Navamsha, Jupiter association with the Scorpio zodiac sign becomes more dominant here. And Jupiter being in the Dhanishta Nakshatra, which is the nakshatra of Mars, goes into the Navamsha of Mars when Mars itself is in Scorpio with Ketu. So this Jupiter is now strongly influenced by Mars and Ketu. And now you should also know that Mars has a 4th aspect on this Jupiter. Now what this 15-20 day, what is this equation all about? See, this Jupiter is Guru, wisdom, assessment of information, wealth generation, whether you follow dharma or you follow adharma. Unnecessary energy on Jupiter can actually indirectly corrupt the Jupiterian forces, and you can have a sense of pride. You will try to learn how to fight, which is not bad. But what is the reason you are learning to fight? Are you going to take a revenge? Or is it just for self-defense? The intention of the knowledge matters a lot. Today I can simply go and learn something, but if that is not even going to be used even for once in my entire life, how can I say that that knowledge is fruitful to me? See, Mars and Ketu, I have already made a video for that. Mars is in Anuradha Nakshatra, which means blind following. Mars and Ketu is weaponizing the energy. It's like an explosion. It's like an internal explosion. And when Jupiter comes under this effect, that means an internal explosion of spirituality. It is one of the most striking day and the duration for strong spiritual growth, because Ketu being the planet of spirituality and Mars being the planet of energy and Jupiter wisdom comes together. And if you talk about Aquarius and Scorpio, Aquarius is a very unique zodiac sign. It is 6th from 6th. It is the disease of disease. Where it is 4th from Scorpio, it is the comfort that you get by knowing something secret. So be ready to rip apart your wisdom. You will get to know so much of data, so much of information in this time frame, although in a very subtle manner, nothing proactively, nothing directly in front of you, but you will be you will come in a state of mind where your wisdom will be challenged, where your wisdom can be challenged by any data that comes from the surrounding. Say, for example, if you're working in an office, suddenly a problematic scenario can come up that can question your ability to solve the problem, your approach towards the problem, and you will feel lost because of the Ketu. Well, this is the time frame where you have to be actually spiritual, because if you're handling Ketu energy that gets associated with Mars and Jupiter, it's like being in Kashi. It's like losing your wisdom, emptying your cup so that a wiser wisdom replaces it. You understand the purpose of wisdom. Otherwise, information is just few texts written in few books, nothing else. The sense behind it, the meaning behind it remains unknown. Scorpio is a zodiac sign of occult sciences, invention, innovation. Scorpio is a zodiac sign that brings transformation, it brings the change. And Jupiter in Aquarius is a humanitarian planet. Dhanishta means something that is wealthy, that is prosperous, something that is delivered to the society. With Mars and Ketu energy combining with this Jupiter, if this energy is not dealt spiritually, then you will definitely see that there will be huge resistance in your life. And this resistance will come out of nowhere. Either you will blame Saturn or you will blame Rahu, which is a natural places. Sometimes I see that Saturn and Rahu are unnecessarily blamed for a lot of things. But this time you understand the subtle difference. It is a Scorpio and Jupiter playing the vital role. You just need to find out where your Jupiter is and where your Scorpio is. Try to connect both of them in your own horoscope and bring spiritual approach in those areas of life. When you bring spiritual approach in those areas of life, you will be able to give up a lot of things. Because Mars and Ketu means it's like a soldier who can carry a certain load of weapons, but he cannot carry every weapon possible. So he needs that wisdom to carry the very much essential, the selective parts, the selective weapons that he thinks will be useful to him at the time of war, in the time of war. So that wisdom will come now. What to keep and what to let go. And if you don't let go few things, you will find it very difficult to manage. Jupiter will continuously bombard you with the realization. And this will also be the preparation of Jupiter transit in Satbhisha Nakshatra. I will upload a video very soon for that. Satbhisha is the nakshatra associated with Rahu, and therefore it has the energy of Ketu. So with Mars, it goes into Rahu, and Mars and Ketu are together in the sign of Scorpio for some time. You will definitely see a light of divinity or a spark of divinity will be rekindled in our life. And if we fulfill the oath given by the God to us, we will be in a much better situation in our life. And this is also the time when we can face the dark areas of our life. We can face the true core problems, especially the problems that are more hidden, that are more psychological. And if we can do that, you will see by the guidance of Jupiter and the wisdom of Jupiter, we will be able to maneuver ourselves. And this maneuvering can come from anywhere. It can come from the guidance of a guru. It can come from even a YouTube video. It can come from a discussion with a friend. It can come during a consultation with an astrologer. You don't know, but you just need to open yourself up. By opening the mind and by opening the vision, you will be able to gather the information necessary to bring that small change in your life. Because when Scorpio Lord Mars is with Ketu in Anuradha Nakshatra, it means to follow somebody, you have to give up something. And this Guru Mars Ketu is like Guru Dakshina. You have to give something to the Guru in order to get something in return, just to clear your transactional debt which we are always creating for our life in every single day. It seems a very complicated process, but this is the hidden message I wanted to give you on the day when Jupiter actually moved into the fourth pada of Dhanishta Nakshatra when it enters Scorpio Navamsha. This is the time of transformation of wisdom. This is the time to rethink a lot of things around you. And this is the time to address the pain areas of life, but in a much spiritual sense. And if you can understand my words, and if you can carry that spirituality even in a fraction, you will see the change within you. Otherwise, you will feel frustrated, especially if you're a Scorpio moon. You will feel frustrated by this Jupiter. Because this Jupiter, which is in Dhanishta, is always going to speak loudly, and you will not be able to understand. It's the same equation as if you're holding a rope and the rope is creating a friction and cutting your hand, but you don't want to let that rope go. You must let the rope go. You need to find out a way that convinces you that letting the rope go is going to be the right choice. Convince yourself to take the right decision. That's the message I wanted to give you in this video. I hope you like this, and I hope this video gives you some understanding of the Jupiter transit in the Dhanish Nakshatra's 4th pada. Thank you for watching. I appreciate your time. We'll meet in the next video. Till then, this is your host Puneet. Namaste.